So, guys, let's talk about the HPV vaccine and how Governor Cuomo and Bill de Blasio and the whole New York State government wants to make it mandatory to get this vaccine in order for your kids to go to school. This is the human papilloma virus. I'm probably saying it wrong. Or whatever. You only get this if you're having sex. That's it. You can only get HPV through having sex. So there's no reason that a 5-year-old needs to get the HPV vaccine at all. This is another vaccine scam, money-making, whatever you want to call it. The people that are 30, 40, 50, 60 years old that never got the HPV vaccine when they were 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, they're still here. And even if you do get this HPV, it goes away on its own. So this is a scam in order for them to inject your kids with chemicals and God knows what else. Just for money. Because each kid that gets an injection is $500. And this is Governor Cuomo. This is Bill de Blasio. This is New York State government. Whatever you want to label them as. Whatever you think the New York State government is. They lean a certain way. They want to force you to get another force you to give your kid another vaccine in order for them to attend school. So if your kid doesn't have this vaccine, well, they can't go to school. They already get about 30 vaccines before they're, the age 2 to 3. They constantly giving them vaccines and boosters. How many vaccines can you give a kid? It doesn't end. And they force it. If you don't get it, you can't go to school, and then the doctor can report it to an ACS, basically like CPS, and saying that you're not taking care of the kid medically. There's all sorts of stuff they do, but this whole forcing vaccines, I don't care what people say, certain vaccines are good, and certain vaccines are totally unnecessary. HPV is totally unnecessary. For a kid, 5-year-olds don't need HPV vaccines. They're not having sex. I mean, maybe the rare 0.0001% of a 5 or 6-year-old may have sex. Maybe. But that's it. And even if they do have sex, it doesn't lead to HPV. So this is just another power grab, whatever you want to call it. Putting their foot on your neck. You have to get now this vaccine in order to attend school, or you can't go to school. And the best part about it is, the people that vote for these politicians like de Blasio and Cuomo are usually people like in the inner city. And they think that they're voting for somebody that's helping. They're really hurting you. Because, see, a guy like me, I got money. I'm going to leave. I'll get around this HPV vaccine is the best way to say it. I can put my kid in another school. I can go out of state. I could do different things. But for you schmucks that keep voting for like Cuomo's and de Blasios because I don't know what you think they're doing for you or they're doing against people who you think are against you. These people, Cuomo and de Blasio, are totally holding you back. Totally keeping you down. Your life is not getting any better. If you think that having a Cuomo, de Blasio dictate and tell you what to do, maybe you're getting free money or services or whatever you want, it's a disaster. You're never going to get ahead with a government that's being run with the likes of a Cuomo or a de Blasio. And these are the things they do. You have to have a vaccine now in order for your kids to go to school. And you probably don't know any better. So you inject your kids with a bunch of stuff. And then you wonder why they're floating around. Same thing with Michael Bloomberg. I'm going back. The guy basically said you can't drink a soda that's more than like 8 ounces. He was basically prohibiting the soda you drink. Because he felt that soda or drinks with sugar in it weren't good enough. Or they were bad for you and he didn't want you to have them. What I'm saying is, this is a mindset where you do what I say. You think Governor Cuomo was getting an HPV vaccine? Or would force his kids to get an HPV vaccine? Do you think a Governor Cuomo or Bill de Blasio or Michael Bloomberg would use the same doctor you use And let's throw Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, and anybody else. You think they're using the same doctors that you're using? No way. They're just telling you what to do. And they're saying, do what we tell you or else. If you do not give your kid the HPV vaccine, he cannot go to school. Keep him home. Dummy. That's what they're doing. This HPV, and there'll be another vaccines. I don't understand. People, they go in, man, with these vaccines, and they give these kids 3, 4, 5 vaccines in one sitting. I don't know. I'll put it to you this way. So there's New York City, and there's like Upper West, there's Westchester. I'm going to let you in a little secret. The Westchester people don't do that. They talk about it. Oh, we all have to be together, and we all need, vaccines and health first. I got news for you. They're on top. Their doctors aren't doing the same as, the doctor from the Bronx or the doctor from Brooklyn. They just ain't. Because those parents ain't having it. You can make whatever, me making that statement, you can think whatever you want. That's the truth. Nobody's sticking Westchester kids 3, 4, 5 times at a doctor's visit. I got news for you. Those parents up Scarsdale, I don't know, Edgemont, you pick it. Out in Long Island, certain parts of Long Island, those parents, they're not so quick to be injecting their kids the way these inner city kids are being injected. It just ain't. But here's another thing. So again, HPV, mandatory. If you don't get it, you're not going to be able to go to school. I'm saying you fight it. They want to sign it into law. You got to make your voices heard. This is something that's buried. You don't usually hear about this stuff. That's the sad part. That's the scary part. And then if you go on the way, it's all safe. Everything is safe. Everything is not safe. If it wasn't safe, they wouldn't tell you anyway. So all this stuff isn't safe. And it's not safe when you're getting massive amounts of it. Stay away from it. Look into what's going on around you. Totally crazy. I don't know. You got to write to Cuomo and the Blasio. You got to write them a letter. You got to call them on the phone. You got to sign a petition. You got to tell them, get your foot off of my back. Get out of my neck. Stop forcing me to do things. But listen, you know what? If you want free stuff, you want to get your services and whatever else you're getting, New York City, man. Walk around New York City. I'm in all the boroughs all the time. Homelessness, crazy people on the street. They're here because it's like a free-for-all. Is what it is. There's a reason why certain states, certain cities have this problem. San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York City. This doesn't happen in certain states for a reason, because they won't put up with it. They're not handing out free money, free services. Sorry. But they'll come here. But New York City, okay. You want to live here? You want to be on a tit? Well, now you have to do this. Now you have to get this vaccine. Now you can't drink a soda. So they're taking away your freedom. But I guess when you ain't got nothing, anything is better than, But that's it. So, that being said, another like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Hope all is well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.